is your last fucking chance, you cunt. If you choke, then it's finished. I mean, one stumble, one stutter, they are gonna be livid. Don't even skip shit. If you wrote it, then spit it. Fucking go to the British. The thoughts got me going ballistic. I'll decapitate this clown. I'm leaving Tony with stitches. Cause to buy back the respect to the folks that'll witness, I'll cost an arm and a leg. And I'll loan it with interest. Beat him to death with a... Yo, to buy back the respect to the folk that'll witness, I'll cost an arm and a leg. And I'll loan it with interest. Beat him to death with the handset he's been phoning it in with. When you're judging a man, it's on the sum of his actions, not what would have happened if he had done what they asked him. It's about hunger and passion, and I see absolutely none in you. Soul versus Tony's a close battle, that's the fucking truth. The empty money grabbing shell he left behind I'm running through. Where's the real Tony and who the fuck are you? It's your fault, because you don't incentivize the dude to ever try improving. Because every time he fucks up, or every time he loses, it's if he really cared, he would have had a great performance. It was the opponent's big shot, and he didn't want to take it from him. Shit league, small crowd, left it late preparing for him. You're running out of excuses, and I'm running out of patience for him. And he's juked the fans into views like if Tony ever tried, think how good he'd actually do. But Tony wouldn't try because he couldn't handle the truth. Nah, Tony's scared to try because he wouldn't have an excuse. You will not say you didn't try. I will not allow you. They're not trying to hear that shit. I am not about to. Even if it's whack as fuck, it still doesn't sound true. It's just been so long since he tried, he's forgotten how to. I mean, every time the guy chokes, you always let it slide though. He don't choke more than I do, he chokes more than I don't. See my standards, I set them myself. And see when I fail to reach them, I better myself. The fans set your standards, and I bet that it helps that they set them way lower for you than for anyone else. Yo, but you'll see him in a whole new light when I slay him. Caterpillar in a chrysalis, it's life-changing. You shouldn't be this out your prime. I know you're under 40. I'm giving Uncle Payne. Ain't a show he done with Lordy. If I spit 3 rounds I don't lose, that's over fucking corny. I don't need to say he chokes a lot. His slogan does it for me. See all the, but yo, on that, see all the people he's mentored. They would completely dismember him. But power's an illusion and he's seen as a veteran, so he calls them all his youngers to keep them in check and shit. Like, please your benevolence, do bequeath me your blessings till I expose it as what it is. Just a sneaky attempt to fuel the ego and decadence of a zealous celeb trying to keep up his relevance. Might as well with the Hollywood write a sequel and edit it called Honey, I Shrunk the Kid so we could keep the inheritance. But still you all treat him with reverence because of his peers that oppressors him. Like when he said you got Munchausen's by proxy. Cause you ain't as sick as he thinks he is. So for those of you who don't spend your spare time being a therapist, that's a disease that is prevalent from the genes you inherited. It's where people protect their kids to extremes in development. They believe that they're very sick, so they'll be their dependents and even feel the effects of any disease they repress them with. Yo, see, when you understand the subject, it isn't even complex. And being niche with your references doesn't mean you're intelligent. In fact, it's completely irrelevant. Watch this. He in the pits of despair like Morgan Freeman and Seven did. Followers in the same mascots of V for Vendetta shit turn heads. Ain't the scene from The Exorcist. But this time, it's the priest that's possessed with it. Serial killer eyes. You got beef with a replicant. He more like Stephen Hawking. Can't stand up on his own 2 feet, so his brethren gas the inner workings of nothing and the theory of everything. Yo, but I know what you're thinking. Of all people, it's me that would tell him this. Well, fuck off and study the last 3 years of my penmanship. Any page that I wrote was straight for the throat of the MC. I'm presented with completely direct, because that's what being effective is. Not needing a PhD in forensics or degree just to get the shit. So clear that smoke and use those mirrors to be introspective with. My only other concern is you can see your reflection behind that giant fucking ego and shield the pretentiousness. Yo, see when you pick a big enough lie and keep repeatedly telling it, people either accept it or don't feel they can question it. So if this my Rushmore battle, you can keep it as derelict. I just made my own one out of the peak of Mount Everest. Tony started the rumor he was the best. Reinforced harder by his close partners. If you agree, you get it. If you don't, You just don't understand, because Tone's smarter. And that's the difference between having your face on Rushmore because you're a dope barra and having your face on Rushmore because you're a stone carver. So you ain't working in a nursing home, you living in a nursing home, you just wipe your arse so you think you work from home. But he got that poison in his blood. I ain't no Romeo, fool. We going 40 years back, I'm taking Tony to school. They say he bucked well in the pen like a rodeo bull, but now a demon on his case like Tokyo Ghoul. It's like John Reno and Leon trained me. Yo, it's like John Reno and Leon trained me. Rit C off, beat Pro, but we on leads not phase me. 13 got lazy, and did I beat Shox? Maybe. Shit, I coached T-City like Huron Gracie, and I ain't put the gi on lately. So let's roll his career. It's been over for years. You battled every single person in the low middle tier, left home the death note. What I wrote will appear on the Paradise Papers, cause you have no business here. And he had dreams of a 6-car garage, a nice mansion, full tilt, taking his money like Ike Haxton, threw him overboard, washed up with the tide crashes, so if he got a torch and it whistles, it's life jackets. Found out he a Tottenham fan, I died laughing, looking like it's Wembley here. Sounds like Hamden, full kit wank, about to see his life flashing, stomp him and get spurs on my boots like we line dancing. Yo, you got murdered by Bobby, now you get murdered again. How could you send for rehearse when you don't rehearse for your sins? You got murdered by Bobby, now you get murdered again. How could you send for rehearse when you don't rehearse for your sins? And telling them that you don't try, cause they small sounds very scared. It's old school wrestling. Falls count anywhere. Yo, I'm Solid Snake, I clocked the grey fox has changed. This is the send-off they picked you. This is the send-off they picked you. It's revenge they don't expect them to live through. So go on then, give your goodbye speech. I'm not pretending we'll miss you. Oh, and take the shattered remains of your legacy with you. He hates it when I rap about The Wire and Breaking Bad because he grew up without a TV and an RV, so it makes him sad. His first car... Yo, he grew up without a TV and an RV, so it makes him sad. His first car was his house. He had a racist dad wearing plaid that's Nigerian, built with planes that crash. His trailer trash. When I moved out, I went from a house to a flat. You couldn't move up because your house had a flat. And the bandwagon damaged like Danity Kane. They living down in the hole like Alice in Chains. Yo, you ever seen the scheme? It's exactly the same except they crack pipes with rocks like Andy Dufresne. They on that hillbilly heroin's the scene they live in. The Oxycontin got them nodding like the schemes they spitting. So he's your best trained spotting bars. We ain't listening, it's Lochgelly, not Lochgelly. We CH different. Yo, so he blends it to surroundings, it's harder for us to see him, and in different cultures clubs, this is karma for this chameleon. You're gangster bro, you're not. Stop switching your bars, or I'll have RD the chef seeing Michelin stars. We were meant about years ago. His name was more known than mine, but over time, my overtime has caught up with his slow decline. I put in work, he fell off. I'll own this guy, I'll dome this guy. I'm not about to let a teacher take away my golden time. But from street rappers to Christian rappers, you've been getting zipped up. Just got beat by A-Ward, I'll beat you till you're N1. Told him you're the devil, too rugged to handle. Told him you're the devil, too rugged to handle, and got tanned cause sin ain't enough of an angle. So too rugged to handle, and got tanned cause sin ain't enough of an angle. So get the fuck off your high horse or get bucked from your saddle. The little people hold me down like Gulliver's Travel. So fuck your hype off smack. Come here, get your vinyl snapped. I got a cult following like Spinal Tap. They get a whole different type of amp. Cause my ink's off the wall like a tribal tat. And the writing's on it like the shining's back. And you locked inside with Jack like here's Johnny. Have him leaving here at first light, crawling out the woods like a termite. You might have beat up A-Verb, I ain't here for a word fight. I'll turn this poetry slam into 3rd-degree Burns night. So here's my take on you. See, in grind time he would rake in hits, went to King of the Dot after Shady Biz made it sink, tried to get on Smack, and they vaulted all his greatest vids, saw on fire shots online, then made him split like Agent Smith, Smacky Beasley airing it, saying that he'd take the piss, left him in the cold so he crawled back to Canadians, his stock dropped to rock bottom, they don't have to pay him shit, this rapper's so salty you think he'd be worth his weight in it. Fuck around and be on 100,000 leagues. He like a PC game cause he's running out of steam. He like a PC game cause he's running out of steam. Now they starve this cunt. Got him spitting bars for crumbs, it's David Dickinson. He went from a real deal to a bargain. He was whack for a while, now he's someone that a few feel. I'm acting like a Tory, I'm getting rid of the New Deal. Acting like a Tory, I'm getting rid of the New Deal. Acting like a Tory, these blades that have been Smith cut different. Fuck bitches, I made it to beat tricks. You get Cicero, Philly flowed. Yo, you get Cicero, Philly flowed. 1-2, give and go, these Glasgow kisses won't be underneath the mistletoe. Now some said he wasn't gonna show up. And I ain't even gonna mug him. Because based on recent form, that's a pretty fucking reasonable assumption. Now that's predictable, but with Quill there ain't a boatload of angles. So I'm not saying you're the first person to no-show a battle, but you might be the first person to no-show a battle, turn up to the event, and watch the whole show of battle. Now to those hopeful fans, that's a low blow. That ain't even a no-show. That's a show up, then go home. Why? Because our booked a bus to take him home and then he said he wanted a train. So he fucked the whole event. Tell this middle tier diva that this is owed revenge because you got a train to this battle. And you about to get coached again. You even... Shit, he pissed off his friends. Now he's shit on the bed. I power slam him, he's power napping. I rip off his head. It's bound to happen. I'm down to lap him or pit stop instead. Jump out and scrap him. I'm down for action like big body best. It's counteractive. I live off your death. This coward shat that he off boat and like Jon Snow when Rickon was dead. Even. It's counteractive. I live off your death, this coward shat that he off-boat and like Jon Snow when Rickon was dead. Even Kim Jong's impressed with his kid from the West, Frankenstein's lab design. I think Shox is next. I'm Black Sabbath, eat bat sandwiches. The stage is what I'm rocking, or act savage. I'm Pan's Labyrinth, what you facing's eye popping. But if he Quill, that's the way he written. Faded ink, I'm Gabriel's wing, faintly dipped in the blood of an atheist. Drop my raps on a pagan skin, body bag who they baby, and probably ask them to save him. Copy that like a plagiarist. I'm omni-talented, cater to all the fans who are paid who can watch it back with their mates and then probably catch what they maybe missed. Brought a faggot who lately have been acting the shady and got tracked by Canadians. Come on family, don't take the piss. I'm about to go on another beheading streak. You about to catch me in the middle of it like STDs and Freshers Week. Probably get stage fright, buried on the same night. Funny how Quill won't see the next daylight. So cross the line. So cross the line, get ostracized. I'm sick of all your pompous lies. Don't want the title shot in private, but fronts is what he wants online. Treat him like a founding father. They offered Guy what was mine, and Quill ain't have the constitution to want to sign the dotted line. These lot turn down the shot when you've given it to the main. Then jump up lying on Twitter like you would take it. So Gem, Quill, Shox, Dubs, bring them. You knew I'd break them. I'm killing off your contenders quicker than you can make them. Because I'm the guy that's got the shit these bitches want to chase. I'll turn Marcellus Wallace to the gimp that's in the chains. That they say is golden for soul to Con Vincent to this place, but you get beaten to a pulp, bruv. It's fiction in this case. But you weren't even in the running, so your whinging is a waste. You're more like Monsieur Candy. If he thinks I'll be unchained, then he must have bumped his skull. If he thinks he's in this race and you ain't even got a brand, so get that shit up out my face. I'ma run away with it. Yo, but I guess it's a tough sell when he bitched it with Blizzard, ran off to Canada and then got wigged by Ellipsis. Didn't get much love. I guess they took less to you. Look shaky with the triple dot like Facebook Messenger, but you Resident Evil, that type of writer still ill. So Tony, S-Class and T-Virus skills. He spent his time writing bars, should have spent it writing wills, cause I ain't here for an orderly face-off like Silent Hill. Cause I ain't here for an orderly face-off like Silent Hill. He float like a butterfly on the killing jar. You got a Mickey Mouse following in shitty bars. I got a Mickey Mouse following, cause if we spar, I use my key for a blade and it ain't Kingdom Hearts. How can you compare us in the way that we grind? I'm 12-hour coaches, 10-hour buses and 8-hour flights. You get a 4-hour coach and you ain't able to rhyme, you're a waste of my talent and a waste of their time.
That's crazy.
So it's like, how can you compare us in the way that we grind? I'm 12-hour coaches, 10-hour trains and 8-hour flights. You get a 4-hour bus and you ain't able to rhyme, you're a waste of my talent and a waste of their time. I bus to London, Bristol, Brighton from a place up in Fife. I had to cut my own travel, had to take what was mine. You live in London, swing a stick, you got a place you can rhyme. You got a pack on your back, I've got a fucking nation on mine. Just kidding, motherfuckers. I learned from my mistakes. I'm back snapping the mash band to get thumped like a jackrabbit. Lumberjack with bad habits and snap tax, you can't hack it. I'm back snapping the mash band to get thumped like a jackrabbit. Lumberjacks with bad habits and snap taxes, you can't hack it. The shot clock was lock stock. Bragging I'm pragmatic. Took a breather with the blues, now I'm back like I'm asthmatic. Ride alone, right at home, me, myself, and a microphone, it's time to go. Anyone can get it like a crisis loan. Yo, but he says he's top tier without any doubt, but he's lost every round against Yunnan, Tony Og, Chiller, Gem, and now it's death he's found. Most up-and-comers trying to get to the separate ground, at the gate screaming, let me in. He's behind the gate screaming, let me out! Yo. There is no way we correlate. It's Christmas Day to Boxing Day. You instigate to compensate. The list of greats I bodied make a trail of dead animals singing Wimble Way the zombie way. I was coming here anyway. You ain't in my way, you're on my way. He's not used to doing battles like this. You'll have to pardon him. He's trying his hardest and his crew have a high regard for him because they all speak Zulu. Now that ain't a racist bar for him, it's that Dialect clique never made it out the region that it started in. And let's go with Yunnan and Gemini, because I remember when this hoe thought we couldn't hear his bars, only registered the flow. So he rapped very, very slow, we caught everything he wrote, and he got buried by them both, because it's better when we don't. Yo, he was slated as a future champ. Sorry, it turned out this way. His bottle goes out the window when the Warriors come out and play, so catch him by the door. Yo, his bottle goes out the window when the Warriors come out and play, so catch him by the door later, lying there beheaded. Shinsuke Nakamura, it gets vile in the entrance. What's your whip by your girl? If I run to your yard, you're probably breaking in her heels while you're running your bars. Says he's... What's your whip by your girl? If I come to your yard, you're probably breaking in her heels while you're running your bars. Says he's in love with Tori. She's his sun and his stars. Nah, you getting bossed by a Tory like the sun and the stars. See, if you mattered, you would have been in the graveyard sooner, but I make moves by myself like Neymar Jr. So, you were sweating butt. I said, Shox, you got it. He said, we got it. I said, set it up! Because I was clashing for it. Because I've been absent for a minute. I've been planning my decision. People asking for a sick note like I'm clashing for a living. Now the fans are out here itching, anxious, sitting, twitching, like I ditched the whole scene, like I'm just clashing for the chicken, like is it Canada or Britain? And I'm baffled by the bitching. Because I've been there every time when someone cancels and a battle needed switching. So I did this for free, in the pit. Let's take it back to the beginning. In the pit, let's take it back to the beginning, because the only thing that's sold out is the chances of him winning. Like, listen to me, Kay. Listen to me, Kay. Your voice is filled with broken glass. How we listen to it break. I mean, we're similar in ways, because we both got pushed by someone bigger than us, mate. But the difference is you bitched out and I hit you in the face. So bully who? You think I'm actually shook at you? Well, I'm not, because you bully him, but there's no way that he bully you. And they say you're not a bully anymore because a bully bullied you, but you pick and choose who you bully, and that's exactly what bullies do. You think that's racist? I used to visit my granddad for a cup of tea. You can't visit your granddad without a fucking fleet of submarines. Yo. And your girlfriend, your baby mum is peak. Guess that's some shit she never learned before. Your whole ancestry died on the boat. Why the fuck she still got scurvy for? She's like your... Yo. What the fuck she still got scurvy for? She's like your great-grandmum, because she's a dirty whore with herpes sores and a bloated-up Guido that washed up on Jersey Shore. Yo, he said he's got power over Seoul like Kim Jong-un. That's the shit that he on, man. Bruv, Kim Jong-un's for North Korea. You should know that from your peon gang. If they say he's the next ascension, then Jet condemn him, and you can know that the road to hell is paved with the best intentions. Let me simplify. Getting this shot must be dead depressing. It's more a compliment to my dominance that you got the shot without any question, yeah. Without any question. No fans upset, no debates, no ifs, no ands, buts, yeah. Cause I've rinsed the whole roster out that had some threat. You ain't the next one up, you just the last one. But I'll put the punches behind me. They think he went Bruce Lee on dude because you rely on wordplay. I gas him up by speaking truth. You supply the ticket link. I supply the reason to. They wonder he can even win. They wonder can I even lose. It's the only thing he's ever done or ever will to get decent views. I'll get a better offer than this in a week or two. This hands down, no question, the best battle that he will do. So how's it getting peak for me? Cause this is the peak for you. Yo, when I battle against my inspiration, I got writer's block. When he battles against his inspiration, it's this title shot. Talk about my dying dog. It's hardly that deep. Plus I doubt they're stupid enough to bite when you bark up that tree. But when my sons become stars, when I depart from the scene, no, that's the only thing similar to Marley and me. Shit gets stuck based on a forum, a bandwagon that shuffles your ears in an echo chamber, your ego trapped in a bubble. I'll expose what he's written is average and muddled. I Joe Shox when it's vibrated and his pad getting rumbled. Your biggest accomplishment is nearly beating Tony, lad. They judge me off my wins, not the wins that I almost had. Small room battler. Had to whip out the death note for the physical embodiment of the fiddler's elbow. But you put him on a big stage, you're boring as fuck. You got this battle off a loss. Him and Tony was judged. And I ain't saying you don't deserve your shot. That would be totally nuts. I'm saying you only deserve your shot because nobody does. Man, he's all excited about a title match like, let's get busy. Because he's 36, trapping in a dead end, innit? Says he got points on the snow, you a beg friend sissy. You see Shox is just a hoe. The SX tricky. Say that you've been grinding every match I've done lately. It's sent him off the rails, watch his backside 180. This clash might come crazy. Thinking this is a test, he'll slide down the poles till he's 50-50 at best. Hope you didn't bring your gun bars. Yo, hope you didn't bring your gun bars to then test your penmanship. We best friends forever, this what Red Dead Redemption did. Hacksaw Jim dug his best ever entrances. Facing the plank on some Ed, and Eddie shit. And facing the plank on some Ed, and Eddie shit. Facing the plank, you've been sentenced to drowning, lad, for your mutiny. The crew with me, never will crown a champ. That's what rebels do. Arse tone, never but out in that. He a rebel without a cause, you a rebel without a chance. Well, I don't have guns, that's just the sound of my raps, bruv. Spit these bars, they slash tongues and collapse lungs. I don't need a strap tuck, I'll just put a grand up and watch the look on his face change with a bag on his head like Mardon. I'm amped up. I'm amped up. I give a fuck if they do the trapper, cause he's getting tired of it, that's a proven factor. Tweeting, I need a job, this is getting old. What a stupid wanker. The rebel flagging in the hood like the Dukes of Hazzard. I'll put him through the rafters. You can never be the champ, you just reach the front of the queue, I'ma send him to the back. But in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man can start raining. The two-eyed man sees through it, ain't partaking. The bird's eye showing the kingdoms they aren't saying. And my third eye open, they thinking I'm stark raving. More like a thinking I'm stark raving. Nah, I'm Carl Sagan with this pen, bruh. Fuck the makings of a star, I see my next son. But they went twice at the fiddlers like they next up. And make them think they have a chance in hell, till they get one. My third round closer, I don't want you to show me less love. I just don't think you got what I was trying to say at the end, but I said they went twice at the fiddlers like they next up. And make them think they have a chance in hell, till they get one. So welcome. Don't mind the hounds at the gates. Ignore the mounds of remains and towers of flames, the pitch smoke, brimstone coming out of the lake and the sulphur shrouding your face. You come around to the taste. You hear the howls of pain from the dam, bound and restrained, now being flayed. The sound that it makes, so loud that it makes the ground start to shake. He's now in a quake, falls down through the plates, comes out in a cave, and all he thinks now is to pray. Opens his eyes and he's surrounded by grey, looks down, it's the same. Shook as hell, couldn't tell if he was pushed out or escaped. No body around him, no form, power or shape. Just doubts and mistakes echoing round and round in his brain. And how it would change if he was just down here again. All the hours he'd wasted. And how at your age a crown or a chain was his proudest of aims. He can't breathe, he's drowning in shame. He's now gone insane and can't tell if he's been here 10 seconds or thousands of days. You see? Right now. Hell's what he put himself through when he accepted this. You see, hell's what he put himself through when he accepted this. Tweeting all day about how tough his prepping is, stressing over everything, over questioning his penmanship. Purgatory's when it clicks, he's 36 and all he has left is this. My left hand pushed him there, my right hand let him live. The echo was regret he neglected shit just to prep for this. Taking breaks to sell or take cat and sniff on the ends, and if at the end he quits, that's when I sent him to heaven is. Now do you get it? It's literally groundbreaking. I'm not your soul, son, I'm your sin and your salvation. Spend all this time taking our attention. I'm not your soul, son, I'm your sin and your salvation. Spent all this time thinking how our pens shape up. This ain't a pen versus a pen, it's a pen versus a paintbrush. Straight up. Fuck the scene, man to man. Judges please, mid-30s, mid-20s. How are you looking up to me? Sup, don't fuck? There's some shit we need to get addressed. About that third round choke and all the hate that you men been sending. Since that sentiment has been never-ending all up in my texts and mentions, well, I had my shit locked 2 days out. But after that, I hadn't slept a second. Now that's out of my control. Still, I had to have my effort questioned. Like I hadn't been beheading since 2010 and just kept it stepping. Like I hadn't done 28 rounds in a year where the legend's resting. Like I was them and left you stressing. Like I hadn't spent it representing. Like 6 months before, you hadn't elected Jed by referendum. Like I hadn't won the battle of the year. Right after stretching Ness and like I... You know what? Fuck it. But you want to talk shit about my memory? You're the ones that's been forgetting. Because I forgot 1 round. You forgot 27. I got a game plan for this rowdy bitch. I'm Holly Holmes, boxing coach. I'm back. Pen circles around C because he copyrighting. This time, you could send Tenshu and copyright and I'll be a This bitch light work, he got sloppy writing a punk and a raised pit and still ain't got the mosh behind him. I'm body writing, punching myself, that's polish writing. You got long empty setups in 1 bar, that's Steve Austin writing. 3-minute rounds, yo, 3-minute rounds, 48 bars, that's what they're timing, so how those 316 stone calls, he only care what the bottom line is. Well, fuck your bars. Let's get personal since you actually think I'm shook, and how the fuck could I be scared of a man that would hit a woman? Yo, I said you deserved this shot. I was trying to be a nice geezer. It was you, Quill, or Gems, and both of those guys beat you. But Gems, he'll turn Big T to a string vest. Whew, that line's ether, but you're more like a string vest. Cause you're a see-through white beater. Now the strap's on the line like a ladder match. I'm thinking bags attack's a handicap, but I'm a man so he ain't having that. But he is like Mick Foley when his wife gets happy slap cause half-time mankind, but the dude loves cactus When most women tie the knot, it's the most romantic thing you do for them. His woman tied the knot in the bandages you put her in. Most women get a marriage. Yo. His woman, all lies, bro, just lies. Yo. Yo. With the bandages you put her in, most women get a marriage certificate. She got a tramp stamp, most women get a wedding ring. She got her hands wrapped, most women get a big ring that they know is devout. She got a fucking referee, like they'll poke, scratch or gouge. Standing at the altar, going over her vows, and got a hole in her face before she even opened her mouth. Most women have their dad on their arm, and a glimmer in their eye. She had a cast on her arm, and stitches down the sides. That's the reason he left Mosh Team Shotty dicking down his bride, but that ain't the first time someone's been hitting on his wife. You don't deserve a second chance to live a greater life. I don't think you paid the price. She still sits awake at night. If you think in here tonight, he'll put his career in flight. Judges taking it away like your visitation right. No Geneva policies atone for these atrocities. Your whole demeanor bothers me. A hoe, a leech, a monster here. Joke, a fiend, a mockery, a broken, weak anomaly, a hopeless mediocrity with no redeeming qualities. You owe her 3 apologies. For the nipper you had, who can't live with her dad, and for the ribs that you cracked. But if he's over it since he went from a kid to a man, I came to replace scars like Millie and Dan. So I will absolutely ruin every angle that you're using, because you're rapping at the battler, I'm rapping at the human. That's why he ends his round with bitch in every battle that he's doing, because he's such a bitch he has to pretend he's battling a woman. Fucking behavior. They say you're a great writer, bro. But there's some shit we need to scrutinize first. Because against canon, you said it ain't the same planet when you and I verse. When you and I verse. When you and I. That's crazy. You don't just speak. You describe words. Well, you've impressed me, mate. Not only with what your pen create, but also, you know an awful lot about SPAs. And to think on our opinion, he said this battle was his whole life. That's swell. That means not only do you have no bars, you have no life as well. Yo, that means not only do you have no bars, you have no life as well. So when I win the title today, he'll have to go find himself. I'm the champ out of this world. I don't owe Ryan's belt. Or said it's a title match, I knew it was you because of the way he told me. He didn't even name you, homie, just sent me a snake emoji. So when you start your setup today, and the punch comes too later, I'll have a punch every bar, then a room shaker. I'll blow him out the water, I don't do vapor. You traitor, rip your idols down, Hussein you. Draw blood for the right cross like a crusader. Right, yo. Chill, man. Yo, when you start your setup today and the punch comes too later, I'll have a punch every bar, then a room shaker. I'll blow him out the water, I don't do vapor. You traitor, rip your idols down, Hussein you. Draw blood for the right cross like a crusader. They're trying to push him through the door like a newspaper. Suffer hijacking space like a moonraker. I see his future up in smoke like a soothsayer. You backstab your dad, Luke Saber through Vader, Joker, Bruce Wayne, you two-faced on. Dad, Luke Saber, through Vader, Joker, Bruce Wayne, you two-faced on. Coming for the dude's lair, give that bitch the womb breaker, struggling to move later. Both hips strapped like Tomb Raider. Yo, go champ! Give that bitch the womb breaker, struggling to move later. Both hips strapped like Tomb Raider, 2-player bitch. Coming for some sugar like a new neighbor, switch and put a plate in his head like the Blue Ranger. Yo, you a coke sniffing, crack smoking, H banging glue taker who wants the Formula Ferrari like Shoemaker. Yo, yeah, yo, hey, pardon me, Schumacher. Dude's asking who slapped your big mouth, new naga secret. What the fuck you think you do in a clash with me? Shit don't even scratch the surface, you can't compete. I said he'd crumble at the top, and my match was C, but you crumbled at the bottom like amber leaf. So Shotty, Shotty passed the keys. So Shotty passed the keys. The fuck are you, a substitute? Showed up on his first day, brung his new shovel through, crack. Remembers nothing. Right now he's just coming to in a field with a hole and a gate that won't budge or move. He struggles till his knuckles blue. Looks around and it comes to you. It's not a field, it's a graveyard that he contribute nothing to. He rummaged through for the keys. See me dangle them in front of you, it's a setup. That one hole is the one your crew dug for you. Like that's what you get for running with that graveyard shit. Cause you put one grave in that graveyard shit. You work a 9-5 in the graveyard, I'm the graveyard shift. Tombstone through a tombstone, make the graveyard shift. See you can crush the lower tier, but you can't beat established veterans. I'ma need this man's attention, take a seat in our classing session. But if he don't pass the test, then I'ma see him at detention. Professor Ross Geller, I'm teaching Raptor lessons. Because I got decisions over C, old, matter and first, but you got decisions over Young Guns fusioning. That's it, bro. So why you think they gave you the shot when you could only win once nil by mouth? Don't open your trap. This shit's a stitch up the cheek of him. Actually thinking he has. Yo, nil by mouth. Don't open your trap. This shit's a stitch up the cheek of him. Actually thinking he has me. This shit's a bigger gimme from Manny than Timothy Bradley. It's promotional malpractice. Not a good match geezer. He Hail Mary haymakers. Never threw that either. Got disfigured. Briggsy didn't want a few man's features. I'm saying take him out to the body. Chris Eubank Sr. Yo. Chris Eubank Sr. So induce that seizure before your body on that avenue. This a clash. I don't want to hear about the tracks you do. Only one rapper in this clash. Which one's the rapper, dude? When you rap, they react. When I rap, the rappers do. That's the truth. Look.